Hello and welcome to the collective energies reading for Thursday, November the 30th. Angels and spirit guides. What messages do we have for the collective energy? Okay. Just want to make sure it's all in the camera range here. Collective energies. Collective energies for Thursday. December the 30th. Collective energies. Angels and spirit guides. What messages? Okay, wow, a lot of this deck has come out. Wow. I'm shocked at how many from this one deck. Okay, angels and spirit guides. And there's our last one. Thank you. So that singing bowl is attuned to the throat chakra. Angels and spirit guides. Bless me with the divine messages to give to the collective. Okay, so our first card out here is number 29, Healing. You may be aware of right now that you're going through a healing process in a spiritual body, your emotional body, your mental body, your physical body. You may be aware of this going on in one particular area. Spirit is saying to keep the faith. Keep the faith and believe. Because your body has the divine intelligence. It knows how to heal itself. Okay. So this card says, we have a little visitor here. Frequency of healing supports our intrinsic ability to restore our health and wholeness by consciously using the information that comes to us through our senses and harmonizing everything accordingly. number 29. And then we have 13, coherence. Sorry guys, I got a bit of a cough. The frequency of coherence supports our ability to harmonize the frequency of the heart with the frequency of the mind for the spiritual ability to create the reality that we desire. So coherence, this kind of to me is like a spiritual glue. That's the sense I'm getting from it. Right? Adherence, coherence, right? It's like a spiritual glue. The frequency of the mind for an optimal ability to create. It supports our ability to harmonize the frequency of the heart and the frequency of the mind. So you're aligning your heart and mind mission. And because your values are aligned, it's easier for that manifestation to occur. It's easier for spirit to move in your life because your values are aligned and your mind and your heart are aligned, right? You're not conflicted. You're not feeling, separated, fragmented, right? Coherence. So it's like the spiritual glue. That's number 13. Then we have 9, allowance. It says, the frequency of allowance invites us to be open to whatever comes our way, without judgment, without opinion, without fear, and without resistance. When we allow, the universe becomes our partner in the wondrous dance of existence and expansion. So I feel like you guys are really coming into this place of wholeness where before you may have been operating from a fear base and now you're elevating and you're not being blocked by imaginative, like things that aren't real, like fear, false evidence appearing real, right? So there may have been like something in your environment that seemed like it was a certain way, and then whatever this thing is turned out to be a completely different thing. So spirit reminding us not to hold on to those lower energies, not to vibe with those fear type consciousness and thoughts, right? Just allow the great dance of energy to unfold, We have number 43, transition. So that inner symbol, it's like a dangling, it reminds me of like a spinning, like a Christmas decoration, right? One of those spinning Christmas decorations. And that symbol actually looks like a blade, some sort of spinny blade transition. So this transition is here to like cut out all the energetic, stuff that's no longer needed. Those lower vibes. The frequency of transition supports our deep understanding of the ever-changing nature of existence in our lives so that we can learn to let go, surrender to the process, and allow transition to occur with ease and grace. So I'm feeling like Spirit is saying like you need to just let go, allow this glue and this healing transition to occur. And then we have number 3, solar plexus chakra. So I feel, if you were led to this video, I feel that you're getting a solar plexus chakra upgrade, which is the center of our like our confidence and our sense of self-worth and self-esteem. So you're getting a big upgrade. It's represented by this color yellow here. It's the ability to be on stage, right? And some people would say like, oh, feel the fear and like feel it, do it anyways. But it's like you're getting an upgrade to the point where you don't even have those fears anymore. Those fears are going to be completely removed. So whatever you used to fear, like judgment or, oh, people will laugh at me, or, I'll look stupid, or I might fail, or whatever, like you're not going to, none of those things, because your solar plexus chakra is going to be next level. Like you're literally leveling up. You're not even going to be afraid, like, to get on stage, talk in front of big groups of people, whether that's, an audition on, like, the world stage or, some sort of acting career. Whether you public speak for your job or, like, I don't know your particular situation, but whatever your particular situation, this is going to really give you confidence, like, you're gonna know, like, people are gonna feel this sunny energy radiating from you. Like, literally, they'll be able to, like, perceive it. Okay, then we have number 22, Divine Masculine. The frequency of Divine Masculine supports our strong, focused, and active side, allowing it to express itself while helping us to bring our dreams and ideas into form with kindness and wisdom. So I feel Spirit is reminding you that, yes, while you still want to bring your ideas into form, you want to do it with the kindness and wisdom of keeping the collective energy, like the collective benefit, at the forefront, right? Some interesting symbology there. We have like the square, and also transposed upon it like another square turned at like this it's like somebody took that box in the middle and then turned it, right? Also, there's a circle, a small circle at the center of the image. Most of the images have a small circle at the center, actually. We look at these two previous cards for you, they also have a small circle at the center. So it's like there's something in your life that's starting with this small nucleus, this small center, and it's going to just grow outward from there, and it's going to bloom. It's going to, like, see how this healing looks like a flower? It's going to bloom like a flower. It's going to grow outward from that center point. This may be like a side hustle you're working on right now. We have 14, communication. Frequency of communication supports our ability to exchange information in many different forms. It reminds us to run every piece of information, both incoming and outgoing, through our heart, the center of our truth, to stay in the flow of source and balanced exchange. So Spirit reminding you to keep a balanced exchange. Don't interrupt people. Don't try to force don't talk over people. Don't talk louder. Louder isn't more righter. Have a more balanced exchange. Keep a balanced energy exchange. Communication between yourself and other energy beings, right? Other humans. So we want to run every piece of information, both incoming and outgoing, through our heart. Okay, little reminder there. Don't be making all your decisions from your head. Connect to that, your heart, your soul center. I meant to say soul center, but it came out whole center. So there's obviously something there as well. Some connection. Okay, then we have number 20, discernment. I don't normally drink on camera, but because I got this cough, you guys, sorry, I hope it's not rude, but it's like we're having a cup of coffee and a reading together. Maybe that's what I'll title this, Coffee and a Reading. I don't know. Okay. The frequency of discernment supports our ability to view the world and the people around us from a place of inner balance and detachment, yet with compassion and wisdom. So Spirit reminding you to use your discernment in all situations, right? Never take anything at face value. There may be people who want to sway your opinion in a particular direction so that it benefits them, right? You have to always keep this in mind. So you want to supports our ability to view the world and the people around us from a place of inner balance and detachment. So you want to stay detached, balanced, yet you want to view everything through a lens of compassion and wisdom. Those are your lenses, compassion and wisdom. Okay, just give me a second here, guys. Then we have number 4, heart chakra. Frequency of the heart chakra, the green flower of life, supports our capacity to love deeply and unconditionally. Its healing properties harmonize the mind and the body. So I feel like you're getting a heart chakra upgrade. There may have been some childhood wounds that Spirit is helping you work through in this particular time. You may be healing some deep-seated issues, embarrassments, fears, traumas, things that really left your soul scarred. Spirit is bringing you a healing to this heart chakra. It's also bringing you an upgrade to this heart chakra. So those childhood wounds are going to, they won't be so poignant anymore. Like, yeah, you'll still remember the experiences and maybe that they weren't that great, but they're not going to be like a dagger in your heart anymore like they used to be. Okay, you're getting a cleansing, you're getting a healing of this heart chakra, you're getting an upgrade, you're getting an activation. You know, you're going to start to see things differently because you're going to be feeling things through this heart center more than you were able to before because your energy, your power is getting stronger. Okay, and then we have number 25, emergence. Frequency of emergence invites us to approach our reality with a childlike attitude of innocence and wonderment and to watch and celebrate the beauty that unfolds from that place. Again, we have the same flower symbology, right, that we saw in previous cards. We saw it in healing. We saw it in allowance, right? You may like to garden. You may have you may feel particularly drawn to like flowers. It may be like a symbol for you of growth. You may have like kept that symbol close to you your whole life as like a symbol of growth. 25, emergence. The frequency of emergence invites us to approach our reality with a childlike attitude of innocence and wonderment and to watch and celebrate the beauty that unfolds from that place. So Spirit reminding you to have that childlike attitude of newness, wonderment, you know, joy, inspiration, you know, like questioning like what is possible, you know. Children don't have all of those, you know, preconceived notions that they learn as adults. So they're kind of like a clear slate, right? So Spirit reminding you to not, to clear the slate, basically. So that you can allow these new transmutations, something you're giving birth to. a new company, a product, a service, a new idea, an innovation. You're like, they feel like you're you're like pregnant with this idea right now. Like spiritually, you're pregnant with this idea, right? The spirit wants to move this from the idea phase to like an emergence, a physical like emergence phase, right? They want you to give birth to this, to whatever this new thing is that's in your heart to benefit the collective. Something, some idea, intuition, inspiration has come to you. But maybe you're worried about money. Spirit is saying to follow that inspiration, follow that passion, right? Allow this communication healing to come through your heart chakra and emerge. We have number 37, realization. The frequency of realization supports the internal process of becoming aware of our heart-centered truth, as well as the external process of becoming our highest expression in this world. So heart-centered truth. Right? Heart chakra, heart-centered truth. Similar colors as well with the green heart chakra activation. Realizing these heart passions beginning to emerge. We have the crown chakra. So I feel you guys are going to be getting a crown chakra activation. So the crown chakra is physically located at the top of your head. You may feel like intuitively that you just know things. You may be able to sense things on like a deeper level. This may be like information that's coming to you straight in through your, like the top of your head, spiritually, like through your crown chakra. And it is number 7, and it says, the frequency of the crown chakra, the violet flower of life, supports our spiritual connections to the universe and our ability to transmute negative energy into light. So I feel that you're going to be really using your discernment to transmute this negative energy into light. You're going to be using your communication to transmute this negative energy into light. You're going to be using your authority to transmute this negative energy into light. You may hold some position of power in the external world, like in a job or where you have some sort of ability to influence others. You might want to take a persuasion course that might be of interest to you, or see what you can learn online about persuasion. For the higher good, of course. And we have 8, alchemy. The symbology here reminds me of like interconnected gears, but also we have the same flower symbology, right, that we saw in this previous cards. Like realization, healing, coherence, allowance, emergence, passion, right? Like they're all very similar. 8, alchemy. The frequency of alchemy activates our magical ability and remembrance of the magic that we all hold inside. Each one of us has the potential to access the ancient knowledge that allowed the true alchemist to perform the miracles of transmutation. So Spirit reminding you just how incredibly powerful you are. You have this ability to actually transmute energy into like a physical source, like say like money. This is a magical ability. We see the 6-pointed star. Right? So don't think your money comes from your employer. I mean, it does, like in a sense, but it comes magically from the universe. All money comes magically from the universe, right? Like your employer or whatever, if you have one, is just like the channel that money, that Spirit is able to give that money to you by, right? So you may be thinking about opening other channels, so to speak, of money so that you can get more money, more energy coming to you. You may feel that there's been a lot of time wasted, but Spirit wants to remind you that everything is a learning process. Don't feel like you've wasted time. That time that you've spent not getting to your goals, that time was spent learning valuable lessons. That now that you've learned those lessons, you'll be able to realize your goals a lot more easier because you've graduated, right? You've graduated and elevated. Okay. And then we have 34, passion. So I feel you already have some passion project in your life that you're pursuing, maybe full-time or part-time, wherever you are in your journey. And it says, the frequency of passion reminds us that beneath every intense emotion lies the hidden gem of insight, balance, and calm. I'm going to read that again. The frequency of passion reminds us that beneath every intense emotion has the hidden gem of insight, balance, and calm. So anytime you're feeling intense emotion, like maybe very angry, right? Lies the hidden gem of insight, balance, and calm. Try to find that insight, balance, and calm. Try to find those three things within the intense emotions as you're going through, your life in the next week or month or year or whatever. Spirit's asking you to connect to that energy. It assists us in finding the balance within the intensity, moving us from chaos to the calm of its core. Interesting that it would talk about a core when I talked about these centers, everything coming out from the center and blooming, right? So there's a confirmation, there's a repetition from Spirit, a confirmation from what I said earlier. Moving us from chaos to the calm of its core, where we can let its long-lasting wisdom fill us up. And then we have sun and stars. So we see this person here is like they've got their cat there that's looking out through the telescope. So you may be into astronomy. I'm sure you're into astrology as well. We have the sun there at her head. So this is like, to me, this signifies that like the sun is really like lighting you up, like it's lighting up her head, right? So you're lit up. People are noticing how abundant, how beautiful, how intelligent, how capable you are. Her magic wand here is like lit up by these magical powers that are over this moon. So you may have done some moon magic, some nighttime magic under the light of the moon. If you haven't done any, you might want to learn some. Just a basic, incantation spell. We see this little, cat familiar here beside our witch. She also has a giant red rose in her hair, which also signifies the fact of blooming, right? The fact of that she's prosperous. And we see these big giant strand of pearls on her neck as well. So she's prosperous. She's a prosperous figure. She understands the cycles of day, night, life, death, and rebirth and regeneration. She has a smile on her face, so Spirit reminding you to stay happy. And also she looks very optimistic. She's looking up and outward toward the future. So she has a very optimistic physical stance. Spirit reminding you to stay optimistic. This card actually says on the bottom, sun and stars. Sun and stars. So the sun is always a good sign in any deck. In the traditional Rider-Waite, it's, it speaks to, healing, health, wealth, everything working out in your favor, having abundance, fame, prosperity, people, seeing you in the best light, so to speak, you know what I mean? Okay, and then we have healing waters. Healing waters. We see this figure taking a bowl of water and pouring it on themselves. So you may, because it says healing waters, you may want to do a similar ritual where you take a shower. And then when you're standing in the shower, you can say something like, these healing waters are medicine to my mind, body, and soul. I feel the flow of healing energy through these healing waters, right? Something like that. And it looks like this figure's come from a very dry, deserted place. You may have come through some hardships, some really hard, significantly hard, difficult journey. And now you're just reaching a place where you're able to bathe in these healing waters. You might want to take a long bath, if that's your thing. And do the same type of, say it out loud, these waters heal my mind, body, and soul and spirit type thing. And then we have number 23, dynamic. So this is a triangle, but again, we see that core center of that circle in the middle there. And it's number 23. It says the frequency of dynamic supports our ability to harmonize between layers and aspects of different origin and frequency. It helps us to put together a reality that is made up of many different elements, both familiar and completely new, with ease, grace, and great joy. So I feel that you're going to be, next year, you're going to be really integrating these layers and aspects of different origin and frequency, and you're going to be harmonize, and putting together a reality that is made up of many different elements. So I feel like you're really going to be stretching, learning, really embodying this energy of dynamic change. And then we have number 40, soul time. Frequency of soul time asks us to allow the possibility of a new reality to emerge. One that embraces the concept that while the corporeal body is mortal, the soul is timeless, limitless, and infinite. So we see the infinity symbol there, the number 8 there in the center of this card. Spirit reminding you that you are timeless, limitless, and infinite. And I think the easy proof of that, people, is in how we plan our lives. We never plan to die. We always plan on living forever. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Then after that, I'm going to do this, then I'm going to do this, right? We just keep on planning what we're going to do. We never plan to get to the end because we know, our spirit knows that we're infinite. So there is no end. That's why we never plan for the end. That's why we just plan to climb that next mountain. Right? Because whether it's in this life or another, we're going to be climbing that mountain. Right? Because the soul is timeless, limitless, and infinite. So you're limitless. Don't be afraid to try anything. Don't let not having enough money or a feeling that you don't have enough time to hold you back. Because Spirit will help you. Spirit will provide the next steps. in your divine mission. You may have felt an inkling, like, go in this direction, do this, do that. You know, you may not know where it's going. You may not be able to see the next steps ahead, but don't worry about that part. Spirit knows and is nudging you in this direction for a reason. It sees ahead. It sees far, far, many, many steps ahead. So don't worry that you can't see those steps from where you are right now. You're not supposed to be able to see that yet. It's like when you're walking down a forested path, right? And maybe the path gets curved at a certain point, right? You can't see around that curve yet because you haven't got up to that point in the path yet. Do you know what I mean? It's a journey. Life is a journey. We can think of it as we're walking a spiritual path. That's a good analogy. And then we have give love. We see these two. Which is here standing outside by a big bonfire. You may be very attracted to outdoor living, outdoor camping, you know, sitting out by the bonfire. We see two cats also as well at the bottom here. So you may have a small companion animal that goes through life with you. If you don't have one yet, you may think about adopting one. Cats actually have a wonderful healing energy to them. So we see that each of these figures, these female witches, are holding candles. They both have hearts on them. So you may be connecting like with a same-sex relationship or like friendship. They're outside by the light of the full moon there. So you may feel led to do some fire spell rituals by the light of the full moon. The little crackles and smoke that's coming off the bonfire there are hearts that are floating away. So you may want to set a love intention there, light a candle, let that love intention float away into the universe. You may want to say what you want out loud. So there's a lot of smoke in this card, so you may feel led to light an incense or buy some sage and clear your environment with smoke. And then we have number 10, authority. Says the frequency of authority reminds us that true authority is powerful, directed, and realized, yet receptive, wise, and loving. So I feel that you're going to be getting an authority upgrade. You're going to in this next year, you're going to be getting a promotion, stepping into some higher role, having more control over, you know, your life, your time, your finances. It's going to be but you want to stay receptive, wise, and loving while you're going through these changes. Don't let any gifts that Spirit has given you, don't let them go to your head. Oh, sorry guys, didn't know that was... Okay. We're almost done. Let me pull a trinket. So you've got the leaf. The leaf came out. So the leaf signifying, you know, nature, growth, the divine geometry of the leaf, the you know, plants that produce leaves, they go through a transmutational process. Like they take the energy of sunlight and water and they transmute it to leaves. Okay, so this is a very transformational, transmutational growth energy. And we are going to put that on allowance. You need to allow something to grow into fulfillment in your life. Okay, those are the messages that popped out for you, viewer. If you liked this video, and I hope you did, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to my channel. Thank you so very much for watching, and you have a wonderful day.